So we are back again with another video in the channel, and today we're going to be talking about another potential lineup for next season. And today we're going to be talking about Houssem Aouar, the three potential lineups we could sign up with him if we sign Houssem Aouar, as a deal is set to be closed between Lyon and Arsenal. We did talk about him so much last summer, so we're going to get straight into it and talk about Houssem Aouar once again. And today we're going to be talking about a potential lineup with Houssem Aouar. So one way we could potentially line up with Aouar, and I think this is the most likely way we will probably line up with Houssem Aouar, and that is in a number 8 role, in which he is going to be partnering next to Thomas Partey. And this is probably one of the reasons we were going to sign him last summer, because he was going to partner next to Thomas Partey. We ended up only signing one of them, which was Thomas Partey, and this time we could end up signing Houssem Aouar, and they could be both starting next to each other in the same team. Now it does look like we're not going to sign Locatelli, so Aouar could be an option in that DM role, in that number 8 role, and I think it could work quite well because he is a box-to-box. He does sort of remind you of Dani Ceballos in terms of the way he plays, but obviously he isn't that bad. He would provide us much more, especially going forward, breaking the lines, be that box-to-box player, something we've not seen since Aaron Ramsey. And if you see compilations of him on Twitter, YouTube, whatever, you'll see that with him as well. And I think with Houssem Aouar in that position, it could work very well for him. And, obviously the players around him, that could all change. But I think in that position next to Thomas Partey, I think could work very well for someone like Houssem Aouar. A second position Houssem Aouar could potentially play is a number 10 role. Now, this is quite interesting. Now, we have secured the signing of Aouar, so we're going to stick him in there, but it could be anyone else. It could be Locatelli, it could be Basuma, it could be anyone else. It's just as an example. And I think Houssem Aouar as a number 10 could also potentially work. Now, I do expect us to sign an actual number 10, whether that's James Maddison or whether that's Emil Smith-Rowe in that position. And I do think Houssem Aouar would hardly play in that role, but I do think someone like Houssem Aouar could fit into that number 10 role if need be. If we don't end up signing a player in that number 10 role and Lokonga ends up being really good and we need to get Aouar in the side because of his creative attributes, then number 10 role could be something very good. And we could have Smith-Rowe on the left, or we could have Aubameyang on the left. Again, this is all just an example, but I think it could potentially work quite well because he has got the ability to have that killer pass. And I do think if he's not going to be in that box-to-box role, I think that attacking midfield role could work very well for him. And that's one of the reasons I will stick him in that position. So that is it. The last position Houssem Aouar could potentially fill in on is that left wing / left mid position. Now, he can play there and he has done for Lyon. And I think one of the reasons that it could work, him playing left mid, is because he would be the sort of player that wouldn't be playing quite wide, but would be the player that would cut inside. Now, the reason that would work quite well is we have very attacking fullbacks that like to get up and down the pitch quite a lot. We saw that with Nuno Tavares in the game against Rangers. He likes to get up and down the pitch. He has bag loads of pace. And Tierney is the same sort of player. He likes to get up, likes to put those crosses in. Two very attacking fullbacks, quite like-minded, both of them. Now, with both of those left backs, it will mean that, if we have someone like Houssem Aouar on the left-hand side, even Smith-Rowe, they like to cut inside because they're central players, they're not wide players, and I think that would work quite well for us in terms of the system. You'd have your attacking fullbacks going forward, but then you'd have your your fullbacks going forward, and then your number 10 sort of cutting back, sort of like inverted number 10s. You don't see a lot of that. You just see wider players, but you're getting more of that nowadays, and I think that would work quite well. So that is it for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm trying to get a lot of videos out while I am away, so please keep up the support. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.